In today's video, I want to tell you about a little exercise that piqued my interest in learning more about mindfulness. So this experience happened to me around 4 years ago. We were several years into my husband's PhD, and the timeline was not going the way we expected. There were several things that didn't go the way we planned, and as his graduate school path continued to take unexpected twists and turns, the end date just continued to get pushed further and further into the future. And I felt a lot of stress at this time. At times, I think I felt a little bit like Alice falling down the rabbit hole. Like I was falling and these things were just passing by me and I had no control over them. I just felt like life was happening to me and I couldn't control it. I couldn't do the things I wanted to do. Things just kept getting thrown off and nothing was going the way we planned. So I was desperately trying to figure out how to get some kind of control over life, or at least figure out how to be content with the way life was going. And somehow I heard about this book and I got it out of the library, the audiobook version, and I listened to it while going for walks. And the book was called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Now, I didn't love everything about the book. There were some parts that I found frustrating or even annoying, but I pushed through and listened to the whole book. And there were several parts that made enough of an impression on me that even now, years later, I still remember them clearly and think of them fairly often. And I want to share one of those with you. As you can gather from the title of the book, The Power of Now, it focuses largely on being fully present in the moment you're in. And this is the first time I remember hearing about mindfulness. So there's a part in the book where he talks about consciously washing your hands as a way to practice being mindful and aware of the present moment. While you wash your hands, you pay close attention to the moment and to your experience of it. So you notice the way the water feels on your hands and the smell of the soap and the sound of the water coming out of the tap, splashing onto your hands in the sink. You just become very aware or conscious of your senses and what they're experiencing. It's a pretty simple task, so the next time I was washing my hands, I decided to try it. And I was really surprised by the experience. It somehow managed to pull me out of my busy thoughts and into the present moment to really experience it differently. It made me think of taking my toddler for walks and how she used to just stop on the sidewalk and watch the ants play or walk around on their anthill, and how she would watch the branches blow in the breeze or bend down to touch the grass or stop and listen to the cars going by. And I just had this realization of how a toddler experiences life and how there's so much wonder in what is going on around them and what they're experiencing. And we think that's because they're experiencing it for the first time, but I think we can still have a similar experience even though we've gone through these things before. It was interesting because as I did it, I was finding myself actually enjoying washing my hands. Normally I would just do it without thinking. My mind would be busy thinking about whatever thoughts were going on and my body would be on autopilot. But as I focused on what my body was doing, I was able to escape the busy thoughts, and I felt like there was something to this ability to escape your thoughts and be present in the moment and enjoy it. And I thought, if I could do this with something so simple as washing my hands, then there was potential for other moments in my life to be more enjoyable too. I was also learning and reading that there were other ways that mindfulness could benefit your life, and so my curiosity was piqued and I wanted to learn more. And that led to other things like yoga and meditation and experimenting more with things like that. So if this is something that sounds interesting to you, then I would encourage you, next time you're washing your hands and you remember, slow down and really think about what you're experiencing. And you can do this with other things besides washing your hands, but the key is to pause and pay attention to what your senses are experiencing. So scan through your 5 senses in your mind. What am I feeling? What am I hearing? What am I seeing? And so on. And just really experience what your body is experiencing. There's a lot more that I could say about mindfulness and meditation, but I will save those for another video another time and keep this one focused on this one little exercise that got me interested in mindfulness in the beginning. If you try it, tell me what you think in the comments. What is your experience like? And I will be back next week with another video. If you want to come say hi in the meantime over on Instagram at Raising Memories, I would love to see you there and chat with you over there. And if not, if you just want to come back next week for the next video in the series, that would be great. So I will see you then. Bye.